What's going on guys, NorZZa here, and today is just a quick video to go over some good tips for the Far Harbor DLC for Fallout 4, which has just released. First of all, I'd just like to say that if you're up in the air about whether or not you should buy this DLC, I would definitely recommend it. This DLC is fantastic, it adds a lot of different new and unique things to the game, and you'll definitely be getting your money's worth. I'm not going to be spoiling anything in this video, story-wise or anything like that for you guys, just some general tips to help you out. Okay, so tip number 1, before you leave the Commonwealth, stock up on Radix and Radaway big time. Pretty much everywhere you go in Far Harbor, you'll be taking some form of Rad's damage. It's uncontrollable, but what you can control is how much you actually take. Stock up on Radix and Radaway, and bring any armor that has Rad's resistance on it. The hazmat suit is a little bit of overkill as it doesn't provide any other resistances, but it's not a bad idea to carry on with you just in case. I would also suggest picking up the Rad's Resistance perk if you can afford it, as it's definitely beneficial, especially in its higher ranks. You'll be surprised how much radiation you will take, especially when you visit the Children of Adam. Each of the armor pieces that I'm wearing gives me about 10 resistance, and even with Radix active, and I also have the Rad Resistance perk at rank 2, in some places I'm still taking 10 plus Rads per second. Tip 2 is bring Nick Valentine with you. I won't spoil anything, but he is a very important part of the story which you'll miss if you leave him behind. Regardless of whether or not you like him as a companion, it's definitely a good idea to bring him along. He will chime in often when you're talking to the islanders, and you will find out some very interesting information if you bring him along. Just trust me, you don't want to miss it. You can actually bring any companion back and forth from the island from what I've read online, but Nick is a good part of the story and he's definitely worth your time. Tip number 3 guys, something that I struggled with when I arrived on the island was the toughness of the new enemies. The island is plagued with new creatures and ghouls, and there are also a few mutants and trappers which are basically the island's version of raiders. But for the most part you're going to be fighting these new creatures and the ghouls. The charred ghouls especially are really tough to take out. If you have a legendary weapon that has the Ghoul Slayer bonus on it, I would definitely suggest modding it to the best that you can and bringing it with you. It really makes a difference when you're trying to take out those packs of ghouls. I play with the game on hard, and in the Commonwealth I have very little trouble taking out these larger packs of ghouls. But on the island it's a completely different story. I've died multiple times, and every single time it's incredibly frustrating, but hopefully that helps you guys out so it doesn't happen to you. And in addition to that, there are some awesome new weapons that they've added to this DLC. I would recommend giving them all a try. Probably my favourite is either the Harpoon Gun or the Striker, which is a modified fat man that shoots bowling balls, and it's awesome. And that's it guys, I hope you learned something and found these tips useful. I'll be doing some more content on Far Harbor soon, so stay tuned. Until next time guys, please leave a like or a comment below if you enjoyed this video. Follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.